Welcome back to Behind the Bell, the podcast from the International Trombone Festival. I had the great pleasure of speaking with Megumi Kanda, principal trombonist of Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, and this conversation is something truly special. Megumi speaks openly, honestly, and so eloquently about her own journey, from being, in her own words, the worst student, to becoming principal trombone in a major symphony orchestra. We talk about injury and recovery, the mental and physical demands of playing at the highest level, and even what we as musicians can learn from Persian rugs. This episode is full of wisdom, perspective, and heart. Here is Megumi Kanda. Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. I'd like to start from, let's talk about the ITA and the fact that I'm going to be passing the reins of ITA president to you.
Yeah, Madam President, show me the way.
And that's going to be summer 2026.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
So I'm coming to the end of the 3 years.
Yeah.
And then you take over for the next 3 years.
Oh my goodness, show me the way. Give me the tips. I have a lot to learn from you.
It's great. I'm so pleased you're going to be taking over because you've been always such a huge sort of inspiration for definitely female trombone players, but trombonists all over the world. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I guess that's one of my goals. You know, I just want to be an encourager, and I think it's important. I think it's kind of a responsibility for people of kind of a minority to be out there, so that whoever feels like is an underdog can look at us and feel like, oh, I can do that too.
Yeah, you've got to be able to see someone that looks like you, or you relate to them.
Right.
Maybe I can do that.
Yeah. And it's a really slow process. I mean, it's a lot slower than I thought it would be, but but it's very important, I think, to be out there.
Yeah. So was there anyone for you when you're growing up that you looked up to and thought, yeah, maybe I can do this because I look like them? I'm like them.
Yeah, actually. So I grew up in Japan, and there was this lady principal trombone player, Nobuko Miyashita. And when I started playing the trombone, my dad was like, oh, have you seen this lady trombone player? And, like little things like that. It's like, oh, yeah, of course. Like, yeah, if she can do it, I can do it.
In Japan?
Yeah, in Japan.
Amazing. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
And so did you manage to have lessons with her? Or
I never did, but it was just, kind of a source of inspiration. I just got to meet her last year at the International Women's Brass Conference.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's, I mentioned, she was the inspiration, and it's, it's encouraging.
Yeah, that's amazing. So how come you chose the trombone?
Oh, I did not choose the trombone. I chose the clarinet. So I joined the band because my best friend, she started playing the clarinet, and the band practice was before school. And so we used to walk to school together, and now we couldn't walk together anymore. So I thought, I'll join the band and play the clarinet. So I joined the band, but then I was too late. So the teacher said, I said, well, can I play the clarinet? She said, it's all taken. I was like, ugh, I know the trumpet. She's like, trumpets are too popular too. Why don't you go to the storage room and see what's left over? And the only thing left over was the trombone.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So then I was like, well, I've never seen this thing. Well, let's see how it sounds. And I pick it up and I start playing, and I fell in love with it.
Amazing.
I have never heard such an instrument, but oh gosh, the sound. Oh, it was love at first sight. And then everybody was really happy that I started playing the trombone, because they were like, you're so tall and you're perfect for trombone. It's all context, I'm a Japanese giant.
That's so funny. And so when did you think that actually maybe this could be a career?
It was actually pretty early on. I just loved it so much. that I go back to, I used to keep a diary, and, I started in 4th grade, and every day it was about practicing trombone, and it was like, I practiced this, and it didn't go well. I hope I can do it better tomorrow. And I just remember, playing in the playground, thinking, one day I'll be on a concert hall on a stage. I was thinking about that kind of stuff in grade school already. So, yeah, by the time I was in 7th grade, I was pretty darn serious about it, and I could not think of doing anything else. I just loved it.
That's pretty early, isn't it?
It kind of is. Yeah, it kind of is. But I just loved it so much.
That's so brilliant.
Yeah.
And I think for me it was kind of much later that I thought, actually, this is working.
Yeah.
This is my hobby, my hobby, my hobby, my hobby, my hobby.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm now earning a living from it. So maybe this is my career.
How about that? Yeah, I think usually it's a little later, but yeah, I just and it was not like I was necessarily good from the beginning. In fact, I was like the worst student in the band. Trombone was so unpopular in our school that usually the upperclassman teaches the younger classmen how to play, but I didn't have any upperclassmen, so I put the trombone together backwards. So I was playing with the left side, moving the slide on the left side. Yeah. And then nobody taught me that there were positions. So I figured it out myself. I would play a C on the piano, and I say trombone somewhere around here, D somewhere around here. So then there was a test, a few weeks after or maybe a month after we joined the band. It was the Mary Had a Little Lamb test. And we play Mary Had a Little Lamb. You do a good job, you get a sticker. Everybody got a sticker except for me.
No.
Yeah, I was the only one that failed the Mary Had a Little Lamb test.
No.
In the whole band. Yeah. And that made me so upset because I just loved the trombone. I just, thought it was a beautiful instrument, and it turns out I'm the worst player in the whole band. Yeah, so then I went shopping to the music store, and I got a trombone book. And then I looked at the picture, and I thought, oh gosh, okay, I'm holding it backwards. And then I saw that there are actually 7 positions, and each note has a different position. So then it was much smoother after that.
And did you have the Mary Has a Little Lamb test after that? Did you ever get a sticker?
No, I never got the test. I was the only one that failed, so everybody moved on.
So, I mean, being born in Japan and sort of your early experiences there, and then studying in the US, how has your early sort of cultural experiences kind of shaped you?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Japan has a lot of girl trombone players.
Wow.
Yeah, it's,
That's great.
I think so. It's like, just having one role model, the next generation follows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so by now, I swear, in music schools, girls may be a majority.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's at least half and half in music school.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, maybe the biggest surprise when I got to the U.S. was, where are the girls?
Yeah.
And is this unusual? So that was maybe the biggest shock for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
But then thinking forward, you being a role model now, then maybe the younger generation now, is where it's changing.
I think I'm starting to see the changes. Yeah, it's it's slow. It takes a whole generation.
Yeah.
But it's it's changing, and I think and we had role models before us, and they changed. They inspired us, and then we inspire the younger generation, and I think that's really kind of exciting.
Yeah, exactly. So apart from the female trombonists in Japan, who were your other sort of biggest influences growing up?
Oh gosh, I love the Christian Lindbergh CDs. Oh my gosh, I listened to that all the time. Yeah.
Well, we interviewed him on the podcast already, and he said that the front covers of his albums were ranked amongst the worst in the world.
What?
But he liked that, and he kind of purposely made them
Yeah.
quite terrible. There's one where he's sort of sat on a box.
Oh, yeah.
holding his trombone.
Oh, yeah, that's a sad-looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the albums to listen to, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there were. Yeah. I remember I got the first CD when I was, in 6th grade, I think. And it was the one, the criminal trombone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It started with the Flight of the Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking, I swear, this is not a trombone. This must be a fake trombone. He's cheating.
Yeah. It sounds like it, though, doesn't it? 'Cause it's so good.
Oh, he was so good. He's so good. Yeah. But those are, yeah. He was always an inspiration. And I think maybe that's why I always kind of, soloing, I'm in an orchestra, but I still enjoy soloing, and maybe it's, his influence too, he's done such wonderful solos, and growing up listening to his CDs kind of inspired me to do solos too.
Yeah. Well, exactly. I mean, the trombone wasn't really a solo instrument, was it? But
Right.
he proved that it could be.
Right. Yeah, revolutionary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and you've been principal trombone with Milwaukee Symphony since 2002.
Yeah.
That's a long time now.
It is a long time.
How has your role sort of evolved over the years? I mean, you say you do solo work as well.
Yeah.
Do you have much time to do that? Or?
Yeah, I advanced planning.
Yeah.
Yeah. During the season, it's really, really busy.
Yeah.
Our orchestra, we only have 3 trombone players, so I hardly ever get any time off. Yeah. So, for instance, I finished my recital a few days ago at ITF, and then I have another solo to play today. And then, so tomorrow, I will start planning for the whole year what solos I'm going to play next.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's really planning ahead.
Oh, yeah, planning ahead, because it's so hard to find practice time. Yeah. So I'll start.
Wow. So what
tomorrow.
What kind of things have you got coming up that you got to plan for?
I think maybe there's always the big project, and then I like to lead up to the big project, so you prepare for the big project. So I think the biggest project that I'm eyeing will be next summer. I will be doing a recital tour in Japan.
Amazing.
Yeah.
2026.
2026. Yeah. So then leading up to that, I have some university visits and doing recitals in different universities, all in the U.S. But, so I kind of try to plan, play the pieces I'll be doing in Japan, get comfortable with that, and then by the time I get to next summer, I should be comfortable with the next program.
That's so wise. That's really good advice for people out there.
Right.
Yeah, if you've got like a final recital coming up in your studies, then try and do a practice one somewhere else.
Right. I mean, being a mom, and I have 3 kids too, and it's all about multitasking and planning ahead. Yeah, there was one time I was laughing at myself. I was cooking while I was holding a baby and then writing a book at the same time. So it's all about, planning and multitasking, efficiency. Anything is possible, you just have to plan ahead.
That's just brilliant. I love it. I've got a great vision in my head.
Yeah, a lot of students at ITF have said, "Oh, I love the 100 excerpt book." Yeah, and they have no idea I was holding a baby and cooking at the same time.
Oh my goodness. Well, we all know now. There should be a photo in the book.
Oh
there?
Yeah.
This is how I wrote the book.
Today's episode is brought to you by S.E. Shires. S.E. Shires has been setting the standard in brass instrument craftsmanship and innovation since 1995. Headquartered in Holliston, Massachusetts, the instruments built in our workshop have helped shape the sound of brass music for decades. Known for their rich tone, effortless response, and incredible clarity, S.E. Shires trombones deliver the flexibility and power serious musicians demand. Each instrument is meticulously crafted to inspire excellence because that's what today's trombonists deserve. Explore the Custom Series, the ultimate option for brass players who demand the very best from their equipment. These instruments are the pinnacle of craftsmanship, quality, and performance. Discover the Q Series, offering Shire's performance and power at an approachable price. And new this year, the A Series, bringing the Shire's sound to students and educators like never before. S.E. Shire's trombones are masterfully built and uniquely yours. Visit seshires.com or stop by our booth at an ITF to find the horn that's built for you. This podcast is brought to you by Greg Black Mouthpieces. Greg Black Mouthpieces is proud to support the 2025 International Trombone Festival as a gold sponsor. It's always a special time attending ITF and seeing our friends gather from around the world. And we're delighted to announce a wonderful new partnership with our newest retailer in Canada, Long & McQuaid. We're excited to grow our relationship with Canada's largest music store, who shares in our longtime passion of helping musicians find the best equipment to express their art form. To find out more about Long & McQuaid or any of our other retailers, please visit gregblackmouthpieces.com and be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook for all the latest news and updates. Behind the Bell is sponsored by C Sharp Editions. Whether you're looking for a piece to add to your next solo recital, trombone quartet concert, or trombone choir program, C Sharp Editions has you covered. Recent additions to the catalog include Chris Sharp's Denton Sonata for tenor trombone and piano, Brandon Merville's Chrome Heart for bass trombone and piano, and John Fannon's Legacy Fanfare for 6 trombones. You can also find old favorites like Apogee Fanfare, In Their Gentle Presence, and The Secret City, available exclusively on the C Sharp Editions website. C Sharp Editions is currently offering listeners of Behind the Bell an exclusive discount. Head to csharpeditions.com, CSHARPE editions.com, and enter code ITF15 at checkout to receive 15% off your next order. That's ITF15 at csharpeditions.com. Today's episode is sponsored by Hickey's Music. At Hickey's Music, we've been servicing the needs of musicians since 1892. We've become known for our vast library, serving as a go-to resource for music directors and soloists the world over. And in the last 35 years or so, Hickey's has become known as the go-to resource for all things trombone and brass. We carry all the literature, we routinely keep in stock all the accessories and replacement parts for your instrument, and we have a selection of horns available for audition and purchase. Mostly, however, we have something that is becoming even more rare: personal service. We do not employ AI, we only use HI, human intelligence. When you contact Hickey's, you get real people. We strive to handle your requests and help you succeed as a player, a teacher, and a musician. Visit hickeys.com. We'd love to make you our next fan of Hickey's.
So as a female trombone player,
Yeah.
you've broken ground. You've just been amazing in what still is traditionally a male-dominated field.
Yeah.
Did you ever face any challenges at all? You know, you said there were lots of female trombone players in Japan.
Yeah.
But did you face challenges maybe when you moved to the States?
You know, I tend to be a very optimistic person, and I forget the challenges usually. I guess, you know, the only thing maybe I found is that initially I thought maybe it's hard for people to get to know me. You know, it's, you know, because people like to stick with, you know, the like kind. So, you know, it might have taken a little longer for, you know, like people to like try to work with me. But, you know, it just takes a little patience, and it's always been like once they get to know me, then it's like, oh, we're friends. And then we're like, you know, really cool. So I think it just took maybe a little bit of patience before, you know, initially, like, people could figure out that, you know, I'm really fun to hang out with, really cool.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah. But I always took the challenges as kind of an honor, you know, if it helps change the next generation and make it a little easier, then that's an honor. I'd rather do something like that, you know, something to help people than to take the easy path.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think I'm quite similar to you in terms of I don't really see the challenge.
Yeah.
I like working with who I work with.
Yeah.
I don't think, oh, I'm the only female here.
Yeah.
I don't tend to see it like that.
No, I don't
Which
either.
I think is probably a positive.
Yeah.
Because if I did notice the difference,
Yeah.
then I think maybe I would act differently.
Yeah. I think that makes, we're talking the same language, because I don't see people as, like, you know, gender. It's like I see I see people as people, and I don't really, I don't really think of gender too much.
Yeah, and actually, it just come to my mind.
Yeah.
I think with, I don't know, talking about sort of sexualities and the next generation is becoming a lot more fluid.
Yeah.
In that respect,
Yeah.
I wonder whether actually the sort of distinction between male and female trombone players, and there's I don't know, there's lots of people saying we've got to do more, and some people saying it's fine or whatever. But actually, maybe the next generation, as it becomes more fluid, whether it will be more relaxed.
I wonder. I wonder. Well, one thing I know is I will always see everybody as humans, and and relate to people as humans, and not any kind of gender.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Exactly. Gender, race, or anything. It's just, for me, we're people.
Yeah, it's the heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the person inside.
Yeah, totally.
So, I mean, you say about juggling cooking and writing books and babies and things. How do you actually balance solo, orchestral, and teaching work? Because you teach as well. So
Yeah.
how do you actually do that? I know you say it's advanced planning, but...
Yeah. Advanced planning and efficiency, sometimes, I don't know, mental practice,
Okay.
Yeah, because, you only got so much chops. So you don't, you got to be smart about your practice. Sometimes, if I'm preparing for an orchestra piece, maybe I'll be listening to the piece instead of, practicing it while doing something else. Yeah. Or if I have a moment, maybe I'm just looking at the music and then imagining how I want to phrase things. I think we often waste too much time practicing without thinking.
I agree.
Yeah. There. Oh gosh. Yeah. So there. Oh gosh. This is a long story, but I have actually done one performance that was kind of interesting. So kind of a long story, but I was, I got injured when I was younger, and a freshman year in college, I got really injured, and it came to a point that nobody knew if I would play again, but injuries don't happen overnight. It was kind of starting in high school already. And there was one performance where I was chosen to do this big recital when I was graduating from high school, and there were going to be 2,000 people coming. And I thought, let's do a new piece. High school students, they're dumb. I was not thinking. And the recital was in in a month or so. And I thought, okay, let's do Martin's Ballade, is what I thought. The only problem was I was already I was starting to get injured. I was over practicing, and I knew I could play the piece if I took a month off.
Wow.
Yeah. So I decided, okay, I can do it. I'm going to practice mentally.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I would do stuff like I would make a map of how to phrase. Where is this phrase going to? And then I would pretend I would sing and move on my slide. I would play it on the piano, memorize it, not just on the trombone, but I think you need to be able to do it on, multiple outlets, So I would play it on the piano, I would sing it, and then the rehearsal with the piano, I just sang it. And the first time I've ever played was at the concert.
Wow.
Yeah, from memory.
So I guess the only thing there, the worry there though, is stamina, surely.
Yeah, but I knew I could play it if I took that month off.
Amazing.
I just knew it. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So, so there, and then other practice would be I would just imagine, how do I want to feel when I walk out on the stage? How do I want people to feel when they hear me? And I just rehearsed it so many times in my mind that when I actually played, it was I've done it many times already.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
And actually, I think students could learn a lot from that.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, I think we practice.
Yeah.
With the instrument. Too much.
Right.
And not enough of everything else. Because I've had students that they can't sing through the piece.
Yeah.
because for some reason they can't hear the intervals.
Right.
And I'll take them to the piano and say, look,
Yeah.
so we got the fourth here,
Yeah.
and then we got that goes from there to the there's a sixth, and then
Yeah.
we go back down the minor third.
Yeah.
And they'll look at the piano blank because they don't play the piano.
Right.
Right. Okay. So let's try something else. So you
Yeah.
can't sing it.
Yeah.
You can't visualize it.
Yeah.
And when they're trying to pitch a note, they
Yeah.
always go down to the lower octave to find it, to then
Yeah.
find the pitch.
Right.
You need to find other ways. Don't
Yeah,
you?
all the ways. Yeah. And then I forgot to mention, like, I wrote it out on the, I tested myself, like, can I write it on the music without looking at the music, And then do I have all the dynamics? Am I writing everything?
That's amazing. So
Yeah.
that's a real good test of memorizing.
Right.
Writing it down.
Yeah. So, it's kind of an extreme case that, I had to do it that way. But it was kind of an interesting experience where it made me realize, like, oh, we're wasting a lot of time practicing,
Yeah.
like physically, but there's so much more you can do mentally.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Really, that's a massive takeaway from this.
Oh,
This is
excellent.
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I was going to ask how you sort of mentally and physically prepare for
Yeah.
performances, but actually, that's just incredible because
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard someone
Yeah.
who's done that before.
Well, hey, extreme circumstances bring out extreme,
And we all go
things.
through
Yeah.
injuries as well. People have shoulder injuries, it can be
Right.
chops, it can be all sorts of injuries, can't it? So
Yeah.
we can still carry on working.
Oh, yes, we can. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for that. That is
Yeah.
that is brilliant.
Excellent.
Is there anything you've learned from your students that's changed how you play
Oh, students.
or teach? How you play or teach?
I guess one thing that I am always careful of is to never give up on a student. They always surprise me. There have been students that, initially I listened to them and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is never gonna happen. But I would never say it, but over the years, they have surprised me, and so I never say, oh, and actually, I should tell you this, my piano teacher did it to me. She actually told me that I was the worst student she's ever had. She saw no musical talent, and and I was the worst student that she's ever had. So, and then look at me now,
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and then my students really have surprised me too. You never know, it just takes something that clicks in a mind of a student, and you just want to help them along so that something clicks that, you can that they can turn that corner.
It's almost like your job as a teacher to find the thing,
Yeah.
find the angle,
Right.
for them then to go, yeah.
Yeah.
Ignites a spark.
Exactly. So I think as a teacher, we need to have like 10 different ways of saying things because not everybody's going to react
Yeah.
the same way. We don't get to them the same way. And I think all teachers, we are saying the same things, but then, sometimes the student clicks better with some other teacher. And I think it's important for us to learn different ways of saying things, not only it worked for me this way, but then it works for some people this way. So yeah, like teaching students, I learn this worked for this student, so then that becomes like a tool for me, and so then my toolbox I have 10 different ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being told
Yeah.
in my undergraduate, I think it was my first term,
Yeah.
I was told to give up. And I was like 18 or 19.
Oh.
And I managed to get into a music conservatoire.
Yeah.
And then I was told to give up.
Oh gosh.
And it was just after playing like 2 bars of a study. And I was like, well, maybe I do need to give up. So I then didn't practice at all for the next week. I turned up to the trombone department class and I was kind of shamed in front of everyone. And then I went back to my next lesson the next week, having not played a thing, played through the entire study, and my teacher said, what have you done? Sounds amazing. And then I was like, okay, I'll just take what I want from you. And I'll take some bits, but and I'll take other bits and with a pinch of salt. So I think it's also amazing where you say you talk about some people react to some teachers, some people react to other teachers. And actually, I felt that having more than one teacher, I could take something from that one, and what I wanted from that one that I didn't get, I'll get it from another teacher.
Right. And then you become your own that way.
Yeah.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Rath Custom Trombones. Rath Custom Trombones are bespoke modular instruments handcrafted to the highest of standards in England and played all over the world. Each Rath Custom Trombone is constructed by hand at the Rath Workshop in the north of England. Michael Rath trombones are found in almost every conceivable musical situation, in symphony orchestras and opera houses, in film and television studios, in pop and commercial music groups, as well as brass bands, wind bands, big bands, jazz and funk groups, and so many more genres and ensembles. Widely acknowledged as being amongst the best instruments available, many of the world's leading performers choose to play a Michael Rath trombone. Artists such as Mark Nightingale, Aubrey Logan, Carol Jarvis, Dennis Rollins, Brett Baker, and the Black Dyke Band are among the performers all over the world for whom Rath is their instrument of choice. Michael Rath trombones have earned their reputation for excellence because of their concept of flexibility, unique design, and the quality of their construction. What are you waiting for? Join the Rath Pack today. Go to rathtrombones.com or email info@rathtrombones.com to find out more.
Hello, ITF listeners. I am Warren Coos, Brass Product Specialist with Antoine Courtois and B&S Meistersinger Trombones. We're so proud to have been longtime partners and exhibitors with the International Trombone Festival. Fun fact, Antoine Courtois is known as one of the oldest manufacturers making modern brass instruments today. We work with top artists around the world to provide a unique and elegant sound for players. From our Legend series and Meistersinger orchestral trombones to the Extreme series jazz trombones, there is something for everyone. Be sure to check out our newest creation, Florida trombone, developed with Joel Vaiz of the Florida Orchestra. You can find our trombones available at any Antoine Courtois or B&S authorized dealer. To find a dealer near you or more information about these wonderful trombones, please visit our website.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Guard Bags. Guard Bags has 3 models of cut bell trombone bags on offer. Our 21C ESK model is designed to fit a cut bell tenor trombone. The 23C ESK bag fits a cut bell bass trombone. This year, we're introducing a new compact and slim bag for cut bell tenor trombone, the model 19C ESK. This bag has been designed in collaboration with Luke Malowitz, and of course all our bags are always on display at the ITF exhibit hall. Our trombone bags can be ordered through J. Landris Brass and Austin Custom Brass in the USA and Thomann in the EU. This podcast is brought to you by Woodwind Design. Woodwind Design's carbon stands for tenor, bass, and contrabass trombones built in the Netherlands are trusted by great musicians such as Ben van Dyke, Brent Attema, Joe Alessi, and current ITF president Carol Jarvis. The stands are very compact and lightweight, fitting inside the bell of the instrument and adding virtually no weight at all to the case. But more important, the protection of your instrument is excellent. 7 nesting carbon tubes plus the patented leaning design make a balanced and suspended stand with a large footprint, 4 feet and a low center of gravity. Visit woodwinddesign.com for more information. While you're at it, also check out our tablet and music stands that are at last high enough, as well as our solution for every musician's pain in the rear, chairs that are way too low and leaning back. The Dutch butt lift. Butt lift, because that's what it does. Dutch, not Brazilian. woodwinddesign.com.
If you're enjoying this podcast, then don't forget to hit the follow button so you don't miss each episode when it gets released. And also, you can meet these legends and heroes and all the rising stars in the trombone world if you come to an international trombone festival. Just head to internationaltrombonefestival.com to find out more.
You know, I was actually told that I should try not to be a performer because I was too sensitive. I mean, I was kind of extreme. I was extremely sensitive. My entire teenage years, I had so much performance anxiety. Every time I would perform, I would throw up. I would get a fever. I get rashes on my lips.
Well, let's talk about that. How did you overcome that?
I think maybe the biggest thing was to not be able to play anymore. You know, when I got injured and I couldn't play at all, you know, I didn't know if I would ever play again. And then I realized, actually, instead of like trying to be a good player, just being able to play a note is a gift, you know, and every note is a gift. So when I was injured, I thought, okay, if I can play another note, I'll be thankful for that.
Yeah. Nice.
So just kind of an attitude change. Like instead of going for perfection, it's you know, going for thankfulness.
Yeah.
And now I you know, when I perform, I guess what I'm trying to do is to lift somebody up through my playing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like me, you know, I'm like, oh, I sound great. Like, you know, no. It's like, no, it's like, how can I connect with somebody and make their day a little better?
Well, you absolutely do.
Oh,
you absolutely do.
thank you.
And that's what music's all about. It's to evoke emotion, isn't it?
Right.
Whether it's sad or it's joyful or it's hilariously entertaining. There's so many different levels.
Right. And it's like it's something that's so much more powerful than words.
Yeah.
You know, I think for me, I'm not a really good speaker. So like, for me, words have limits.
Yeah.
But music, I can go beyond words. I can say things I can't say in words.
Yeah.
So So that's how I like to communicate. And I think it's just, you know, a big attitude change. I think sometimes when you're young, and especially there are competitions and auditions, you know, you're put in a position where you're expected to be, you know,
there's a lot of pressure you put on yourself.
Yeah. But it's like that's not what's important, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it took a little bit of time for me to realize that.
Yeah. And so obviously that's in your past.
Yeah.
Do you still have performance anxiety? Do you get like nervous? More nervous than you wish you did, and how do you cope with that now, like in the orchestra and maybe solos as well?
Yeah, you know, I used to think like performance anxiety, like it was a curse, you know, that made you perform like half as good as you can. But I think over the years I have really tried to play in public a lot, and then I started figuring out actually like nervousness, if you use it the right way, it can make you play better.
Yeah, it's the way it turns into adrenaline, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, you know, it gives you so much more focus. So then if you focus on the things you should be doing instead of like focusing on what you are feeling, then it can be a very powerful weapon, you know. So I used to dread, like every time I get nervous, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm nervous, I'm not gonna do good, is how I used to feel. And now when the nerves come, I say, oh, I got the extra power. This is great, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think every time I'm doing a bolero, for instance, in the orchestra, you've got to sit through 9 other solos before you, and there's always something that just the heart gets faster.
Yeah.
Palms get sweatier.
Right.
And it's just trying to contain it. But then it's just containing it long enough.
Right.
And then when you actually get to it, it's just the adrenaline takes over.
Oh, yeah.
And I always find that generally, I want to touch wood, it goes well then.
Yeah. Generally, it does go well. Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it, what we cope with?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But then if something doesn't go well, I always think of a story that I heard about Persian carpets. You know, the Persian carpet masters, they always put one wrong stitch in it as a reminder that you're not perfect.
What, they actually do that?
They do that, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So, you know, these beautiful, expensive carpets, there's one wrong stitch. And you know, I always think of that. It's like, I'm not perfect. So then, you know, when something goes wrong, it's like, I'm not perfect, but I hope I spoke to somebody.
I love that. I need to go now buy a Persian rug, or at least go to a Persian rug store and spend some hours in there trying to find the stitch.
Find the stitch.
That's fascinating. I love that.
Yeah.
I just want to start rounding this up, but I wanted to ask if you've got any sort of future projects coming up.
Oh
Apart
gosh.
from your solo Japan tour 2026?
Yeah, I actually I don't really plan anything. I always kind of wait for something to come.
Great. That's what I do as well.
Yeah. But then when something comes my way, I do try it. When the book, when the book commission came, I was thinking, it's crazy, but sure, I'll do it. And then when I got asked to write a piece, I said, this is insane, but I'll do it, So, I guess my policy has been, I don't go looking, but when something comes, I'm open. I'll do it.
I love that. That's exactly how I live my life.
We're kind of similar.
We are very similar,
Yeah.
aren't we? And I think the power of saying yes is you never know where it's going to take you.
Yeah. Who would have imagined, I'll be doing what I'm doing now? It's been a wild ride. But staying open.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. You never know by saying yes to that where that will then take you.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
we're on a crazy ride.
Yeah, that's really powerful words. Thank you so much.
Oh, gosh, thank you.
A last question. I wanted to know if you had some dream composers that you could collaborate with, who would it be?
Oh, gosh. Like for them to write a piece for us?
Yeah. I mean, it can be an impossible target. Do you know what I mean? It can be a composer that is way too busy or
Dead people?
Past or present. Past or present. Let's do that.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, we can go back to the 1600s if you will.
Right. I mean, I guess, I don't know. Mahler never wrote any concertos, but what if he wrote a trombone concerto? Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be incredible, wouldn't it?
I just love his writing. It's just there's so much, I don't know, what do you say, introspectiveness, and then sometimes he writes we're like the voice of God.
Yeah.
I think he really he has such a big world that wouldn't it be fun if he wrote some concerto for us? I think it'd be amazing. Oh gosh, if I can have another wish, Berlioz. My gosh, I love the way he writes for the trombone. There's just something just so brilliant about the way he writes for the trombone. Wouldn't it be nice if he wrote something like a big concerto? I would like that. Yeah.
There's lots of energy.
Yeah.
Trombone writing.
Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking of dead people.
Yeah. Perfect answers. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Well, if we go back in time, I'll make sure to ask them both. Thank you so much, Megumi.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. This has been great chatting with you. I've been wanting to chat with you, so finally to have a chance.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And all the best in your ITA presidency as well.
Well, thank you so much. I hope I can, follow in your footsteps and be as awesome as you.
Oh, you're very kind.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Megumi, for such an amazing conversation there. I really enjoyed that. Don't forget to hit the follow button on your app so you don't miss any future episodes of this podcast. We've got some great guests coming up. Thanks so much for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by Butler Trombones. Butler Trombones is a Texas-based company known for designing and building trombones and trombone components using carbon fiber, a unique construction material in the world of brass instruments. Here's why Butler Trombones and their carbon fiber instruments stand out. They're ultra-lightweight. Carbon fiber construction significantly reduces the weight of the instrument compared to traditional brass, making them easier to hold and play for extended periods and potentially reducing fatigue and stress on the player's body. They're durable. Carbon fiber is a very strong and resilient material, offering enhanced durability compared to traditional brass instruments. The responsive and focused sound. Reviews consistently praise the instrument's responsiveness, clear articulation, and focused core sound. The variety of models and products. They offer a range of models catering to different needs and preferences, including small, medium, and large bore tenor trombones, like the C5, C6, C8, C9, and C10. They also offer their dual bore bass trombone C12, that is a game changer for the bass trombonist. Butler Trombones also offers customization options for all makes and models of trombone. Carbonize your horn with a new bell or slide to lighten the load. They also offer a wide range of products in their online store, including CF mutes, CF lead pipes, and maintenance products. Butler trombones are handcrafted in Texas and are available at retailers and directly from their website. They are popular among professional musicians, educators, and those seeking to reduce physical strain while playing. You can find more information about Butler trombones and their products at butlertrombones.com. Today's podcast is brought to you by Baltimore Brass. Baltimore Brass Company is the destination for all of your trombone needs. We deal in new and used instruments and accessories across all of the major manufacturers, and we have a great consignment program too. Not only that, we also have a repair shop on site with 3 brass techs. So, whether you're buying your dream horn, selling your used gear, or need a quick fix, visit us at Baltimore Brass Company. Our address is 99 Mellor Avenue, Catonsville, Maryland, or online at baltimorebrasscompany.com. Today's episode is brought to you by Band Geek. Hey trombone nerds, yes, you with the spit valve. Band Geek brand has your shirt game handled. From cheeky quotes to bold, brassy designs, we celebrate musical misfits, low brass legends, and slide rule breakers. Whether you're in the practice room or on stage, we've got the drip to match your lip. Find shirts, stickers, and more at etsy.com/shop/bandgeekbrand.